So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Doris and I have Jen who owns a HR firm in Kenya, and I just want her to give us some few points for people that have had career breaks. Maybe you've gone and to give birth, or maybe you've had a career break for one reason or another, maybe for 2 years or 3 years. I want her to just give us points like what should you do when you've gone for career break and you're coming back and you want to go back to employment.
Thank you, Doris, for that particular question. It's a very big question because we have so many people that are doing some of these things. So the first thing is personal development. Even during this time as you stay home or during your break, don't just sit home and think that you're going to keep applying and keep applying. It's very important that you keep checking what is in the market, what is coming, so that you do not come for an interview because you have called you for the interview. You love your CV, of course, you love your credentials, and when you call you for the interview, then you come and we can't relate. We love your personality, but then you're not able to just come out in terms of technical skills. So very important, have your way of keeping yourself relevant with the industry.
You need to be studying and updating yourself on the market industry, what's happening.
And school alone is not enough, because I've seen so many of us who go back now for the MBAs and postgraduate at school, but that is not enough. You need to be discussing reality at work, what is happening at work. So those professional groups become very important, and like a lot of emphasis that doing that. Number two, own it. It's okay to take a gap. You didn't kill anyone. You have a career gap. So own it and talk about it like I have a 2 years career gap, during this year gap I've been doing ABCD. If you can volunteer. Don't lose for money, because you're told you are paid in terms of sense or experience. So there are times in life that all you're being paid for is the experience, not the sense. And during those volunteer times, sometimes even volunteer for things that pay you so much experience that you probably will not have gotten in an employment setup. So take those volunteer setups. It doesn't have to be paying you or anything, but it keeps you in the space, and when you start applying, then you realize now you're
still relevant, like you still remember.
Number two, don't remove yourself from the match. Don't say that because you have a gap, people are discriminating you, or if you go for an interview and you don't get 2 interviews or you get 3 regrets, you think there's something wrong with you. Even those of us who are working are always getting regrets. It's a normal part of the game of looking for a job. So that should not discourage you. If you get 2 regrets, 3 regrets, keep applying. Like saying, I don't know who said this, but it's a famous quote of someone that says, you cannot win a game that you do not participate in.
You need to participate.
You need to participate. For you to get that job, you need to be out there trying, because it could be the handy job that gives you that advantage. Yeah, and most important, also get a mentor. Start looking for someone who's able to tell you today, in today's world, you need to do finance like this, because things are really changing so fast. Today, someone was telling us about in Kenya, and I would imagine elsewhere, would have people selling newspapers on the streets. But that no longer happened. I had not even realized, So things change so fast, and therefore it means you need someone who keeps you, in touch with what exactly is changing and what are the new emerging technologies. So never lose your glow. You could have taken a gap, but take care of that. Take care of that finance professional, whatever that it is, that accountant, that HR, that IT, whatever that is that you are. Take care of it and ensure that when we call you for the interviews, we already knew you had a gap and we have called you. So it doesn't matter.
So you say the mentor, you can look for someone maybe you used to work with who is still relevant and who is still working, that you can maybe meet up with them for coffee, and they can, just mentor you and tell you this is...
But make it like have a structured way to be mentored.
Yeah.
You cannot be looking at Doris here, admiring her and calling her your mentor.
Yeah.
You're just a secret admirer.
Yeah.
If she's going to be your mentor, you need to sit and structure that. Doris, you do this, I love what you do. Can we have a program for the next 6 months to help me refresh and reinvent myself in the following
and you can even do Zoom calls, because I have mentors whom I do Zoom calls with. The thing is, you need to be in touch with that person at least on regular basis, every month at least, you're speaking
on
to
a
them.
structured topic. Don't just come to catch up. Say that this particular month you're going to talk about this financial report, this particular ABCD, we're going to talk about this topic. So that then, and the best way to know what topic to talk about is to look for adverts. Adverts are the data that you need. What is the market looking for? So look for adverts in your area, study them. Bullet 1 is looking for A. Can we talk about bullet A in our next meeting? Bullet 2 in our next meeting, because all those are the things that you'll be doing to get that particular job. Back to that.
Yeah, so you also mentioned about confidence, especially for women who are coming back to this industry. Can you slightly mention about confidence?
Yeah. So confidence, I call it a jacket. So confidence is so important, but when you stay out of the space, it is human to also feel like these guys have been working, what if I'm not enough? What if I'm not adequate? So confidence, you have to keep guarding that. Things that are in a space whereby you start feeling like you're not valued and all that, kill your confidence. So how do you gain confidence? Like I said, participating in things, including teaching. Instead of sitting home, you could do things even teaching for free, hosting those webinars, and of course reading books, and being in space that actually force you to think and use your professional knowledge. And when you come back, you'll also be surprised that you didn't lose that much. Things change, but in 2-3 years, they have not changed that much to the extent that you recall. So believe in yourself, because if you don't, none of us will. And if you don't, it just shows up. You ask you something, and the words will get stuck in your mind. You'll get a blackout.
You mentioned about salary. Like there's a point you mentioned earlier, like the salary that you're going to get now, you shouldn't choose. Like if you get a job that has a pay cut, can you mention that?
So like I said, money only makes sense in the present test. So if you took a gap and maybe at that time you're a director, or you're earning maybe 500,000, $1 million bob, 100K, whichever amount, if at the point of coming back, we tell you that I only have this position, but I'm paying half of what you used to earn, please don't refuse it because of money that you earned last year. It doesn't make sense, Right now, it's not about the money, but about you getting jump started. And we like saying that if you park a vehicle for even 2 weeks, for some reason the battery runs down, but the car is okay, but you need to jump start another battery so that it's able to open. So this job, use it as that. It's a battery, not price for that particular
It's for
car,
jump starting
but
you
it's
to.
meant to jump start it to your greatness again. In another 1 year, you'll be talking about the same money or more that you earned previously.
Because now you're already in the industry and you're able to,
Your
people.
confidence is back, knowledge is back.
You're back in the industry,
You are
even
parachutes.
yeah. So you take it temporarily, even if it's 8 months, and then you now look for a better paying job. So if you get a job that is underpaying you, don't refuse to take it because the money is not what you used to earn. Take it and then use it as a stepping stone.
Exactly. And you have to also be very aggressive if you're trying to come back. Get those part-time jobs, get those volunteer jobs, even if it is for free, even if it is 1 hour, online nowadays actually. If you just go online, you might even find jobs that you can do from home. So if you're able to invest in anything during this time, make sure you have a laptop and you have Wi-Fi. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can also use it on a smartphone. There's so much you could do with the gadgets that we have.
And online, YouTube, TikTok,
to ensure that you're not just at home cooking and watching TV and doing your other housework work. So there's still an element of you that is very professional out there that you're managing.
You can be sharing, your expertise on TikTok, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Like, you can just be sharing that even when you've taken a break, and like that it will keep you relevant.
Actually, LinkedIn is the best place.
LinkedIn.
So, assuming you don't know whatever you do, just look for a niche. What is that you want to be talking about? And every week, just research. Look at the things that are emerging in the field, and post. Some of us will even stay home and even completely even out of social media. Don't do that yourself.
Be relevant.
Remain in the space.
Thank you, Jen. I keep saying all things are possible to those who believe.
For sure they are.
Well.